your Sunday edition of Wasatch Weekends. We love getting to be here every weekend for you, so you can tune in Friday, Saturday, and Sunday starting at 7 a.m., which is a ton of fun for us to bring you all of the exciting things taking place here in our community. I'm your host, Maddie Evans, and I love getting to find out all of the fun that we can go partake in. Now, I know I've been talking about it a lot, but that's because I love to get out there and ski and just enjoy the mountain, especially when the sunshine is out or when we see all that fresh new snow. And now we're in that perfect time of year where we get to get out there, enjoy our spring skiing. And so if you have not made your way out to the mountains yet, well, then we highly recommend that you do so. We're surrounded with so many beautiful ski areas, and it's so important that we take part in all of their glory. We're excited for Park City's extension of their closing date. This is the first time in a really long time that they've made it this far through the season, and this is one of the longest seasons that they've had since the early 90s. So this is a year for all of us to get out there and enjoy and celebrate. Now we're going to take a look at that local weather forecast, and when we come back from that, we've got more of the show, so stay tuned.
This resort report is brought to you by Sun and Ski Sports, your new mountain sports headquarters.
Are you looking to bring someone home forever that's going to act as your best friend? Well, then Nuzzles and Co has the perfect dog for you, and we've got Josh and Chromis joining us this morning. Look at how teeny tiny that perfect little bundle of joy is. Oh my gosh, my whole heart. So he has a very heart-wrenching story, and we've been talking a little bit off camera to just kind of highlight some of the struggles that you've had. Look, oh, he's such a lover.
Yes, he is.
Oh.
Yeah. So Chromis comes from a place called Towac, Colorado. It's the Ute Reservation down there. We got a call from animal control down there and heard that there were some puppies living in some pretty poor condition. There was originally 8 of them. 3 of them unfortunately didn't make it. And Chromis here was pretty sick. He actually had parvo and anaplasma, and I think there was one other thing that I'm not recalling the name of right now. He was really small, so we weren't able to do any kind of treatment intravenously. And he had to be bottle fed. We had a staff member that was waking up every 2 hours, took him home and just kind of given him care. And he was a fighter, but he has officially died and come back twice. Our medical team was really responsive, and the second time they were actually performing mouth-to-mouth and chest compressions. And he came back to life, and like 4 hours later, he was just zooming around the lobby like nothing happened.
Oh my
So
gosh.
we're the little miracle dog.
Yeah, seriously, what a heart-wrenching story. Now, something else that we really want to mention, because you guys do such an incredible job when you're saving these animals, is when you're going in and you're spending all of these dollars to bring these animals back to life, not only once, but twice, people are not covering the cost of that when they adopt the dog. You guys are literally doing the adoption fee to make sure they're neutered, spayed, microchipped, up to date on their vaccinations. You're covering that in the adoption, but you're not covering all of his previous medical history, correct?
Correct. So like in the case of someone like Chromis here, parvo treatment's not particularly cheap. Also not particularly, it's not as expensive as say cancer or surgery. So he's probably cost us a couple of $1,000s, and his adoption fee for an animal under 6 months is $375. So by the time we've paid for housing and food and all the things that go into taking care of him, medical expenses, I mean, the adoption fee is just a fraction of what he's actually cost to kind of rescue and take care of until he was ready to go home.
And
And now he's
Oh, go
really
ahead.
healthy. And like he was literally playing in the lobby with another puppy before I brought him up here, and he was kind of like, "What are you doing? Like, I'm having the time of my life right now."
I mean, he's so cute. He's so like perfectly calm right now. Another great thing is when you do find these dogs or you do rescue these dogs in these horrible conditions, you're not just going to turn around, send them away, or get them out as quickly as you can. You guys are going to make sure that you bring this dog back to its 100% living condition as best as you possibly can, and you're going to keep the dog with you guys until it is where they can live their best lives, they're healthy enough to adopt, and you really make those differences in bringing these dogs into people's homes.
Yeah, I mean, like someone like Chromis, we want to make sure that he's medically sound and safe before we put him in a adoption situation, and then we will keep him as long as needs be. I mean, if it was another couple of months of care and medical needs before he was ready for adoption, then that's what we would do because it's the right thing for the animal. Uh, there's no time limit. We're a no-kill shelter, so we look at it as you're here until we find you the right home. And puppies, most of the time, when someone's looking for a puppy, they adopt and you kind of they found what they were looking for. With dogs that are a little bit older, sometimes we oftentimes encourage people to do what's called a foster to adopt, which is take the dog home, see if it meshes with your family, or if you have other animals, make sure it's a good fit for everybody. And if it is, then we can finalize adoption. And if it's not, then it's probably not the right fit. So let's figure out a different plan and let's bring that dog back and find a different family for it.
A better family, a better fit for it, of course, which is one of the things that I love getting to chat with you about. It like makes my heart get that like warm feeling, like I just took a really good sip of coffee or something. Like it just warms me from the inside knowing the work that you guys put in to make sure that these animals are in the best condition possible and they're going to the right homes. And I mean, look at this teeny tiny little fluff that you have in front of you. A miracle puppy is exactly the right word. Oh my goodness. Oh, hi, little nugget. Look at you. Look at his foldy over ears.
He's so adorable. Like we've had him running around the lobby here at the ranch, and when people walk in, they just instantly that's the first thing they want to talk about is who is this guy? What's his story? And he's just so adorable. I'm sorry, like black dogs are a little bit harder to see on camera sometimes. His eyes are a little bit more hidden, but in person, I mean, I know he's cute on camera, but he's really, really heart-wrenchingly cute when you see him in person.
His little like
And
white socks kill me.
every time I pick him up, it's just kiss, 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 and just so loving.
Oh. And how big do you guys anticipate he's going to get?
It's hard to say because I said we had 8 animals with his litter before. There's one of them that's twice as big as he is. I think he is kind of like the runt of the litter because he was so sick and wasn't eating. Um, Parvo attacks the gastrointestinal tract, and so animals have a hard time eating. It can be really devastating. They oftentimes have diarrhea and just inability to, they don't want to eat. And that's why it's so important to make sure that they're hydrated and eating and then treat that. And now that he's been treated for it, like he's safe to be around other dogs. And most dogs are vaccinated for parvo, so it's not really an issue. But where these guys come from, that just that hadn't happened for him. So it's pretty deadly with puppies. And again, answering the question how big, we just don't know. And I think he's going to be a little bit smaller just because of what he's gone through.
He is so cute, and Parvo is so scary. So can we just give some people some tips and tricks, maybe if they haven't come to you guys where they adopt a puppy who has all their vaccines, where they know their puppy is going to be safe. Something that they should do is make sure that they get those vaccines if they're getting a new dog, correct?
Correct. And not only getting the vaccines, but maintaining them so that, I mean, if it's been a year, make sure that you're talking to your vet. What do I need next? What kind of boosters do we need? Because, I mean, there's a virus like parvo. Parvo didn't exist and wasn't recognized until like 1978. And it only took a couple of months for it to spread worldwide. It's very, very viral, but it's very, very preventable. So it's so important for those vaccines to happen.
Well, and like we were talking earlier, parvo's a scary thing to treat because it is so inside out, right? It starts with your gut and then it makes it so they can't eat anything or drink anything or keep anything down. And it happens so quickly. I've helped foster many of parvo puppies, and I am so appreciative of the work that you guys do to save these little guys, especially this miracle puppy that you've brought back to life twice.
I mean, when you look into their eyes, you just fall in love with these guys. I've said that before, and I'll say it again. It's just, it's a living creature, and they're beautiful, and they just are full of love. I think a world without dogs would be a really sad world, and a world without puppies even more so.
I could not agree with that statement more. I think that dogs make the world a better place, and you guys do such a good job. Now, let's talk about how many dogs you have and how people can get involved with what you're doing, because you guys have some great volunteer opportunities, some great donation opportunities. So let's just give people some more information on that.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Oh, he's so cute.
He was getting a little antsy there, so you get a little closer, and then he snuggles and kisses, and now he's good for a minute. Yeah, I mean, there's lots of opportunities. The number of dogs and cats is always kind of changing with adoptions here. We do have intake on a regular basis through other shelters that are overcrowded in Summit County, as well as through the res. We do that at least every other week. So the numbers, it's hard to pin down, but I think when I looked just a couple of days ago, we had 144 animals in our care.
Wow.
That includes 3 pigs, a bunch of cats and dogs, some of which are in foster, some of which are here at the ranch, some of which are at our adoption center.
Wait, pigs?
So we have 3 pigs, yeah. So there were
Oh my
sometimes,
gosh.
yeah, we started a farm animal program a couple of years back, and with these pigs, people thought, oh, it'd be cute to have a little piglet. Well, those piglets turned into several 100 pounds, and they just weren't something that they wanted as pets anymore. And so, as opposed to having them turn into someone's barbecue, they were rescued and come to the ranch. So we have 3. I think they're like 500 or 600 pounds each. Potbelly mixes, and they are available for adoption as pets.
Oh my gosh, do they like people?
Yeah, I mean, they're pretty social animals when we go outside. They don't love the winter right now because it's so cold and very windy up here. So we've got their own like outdoor living area, or we built them like a nice place where they can be sheltered. It's got heat lamps in there, and we change out the straw frequently. And so they mostly are just huddled up together, staying warm through this winter.
I love pigs so much. Can I come up there and love on the pigs?
You're gonna have to come up here and visit sometime.
I'm going to need to now. You guys have a great fundraiser opportunity coming up for people to just get involved, have a great night out, and also help support you guys.
Right. We only do a couple events every year because we're busy rescuing constantly. There's always sort of a deficit between the Christmas time when people are really generous and then kind of our summer gala time. And the reality is our expenses stay the same. We've still got to feed everybody. We've got to keep the power on. So we're doing casino night that's coming up a week from Saturday. Take a gamble on love, come support some puppies, and play some adult games and have some adult beverages with us. Tickets are available when you go to the website on the homepage. You can just click there and there's a link for those. And we're looking forward to that.
I'm looking forward to that as well. What a great way to raise some money, keep everyone entertained, and support the puppies. Josh, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us. And I am like smiling ear to ear over this pig situation right now. I love the puppy, but the pigs really...
Pigs are making you really happy.
I love them so much, Josh. Thank you. And we hope that he finds his forever home.
We're looking forward to the day that he does. It'll be, I mean, we're all sort of attached to him, but it's always a happy, happy day when we know that he's going to his home.
I cannot wait, and I cannot wait to hear more success stories from you guys. So thank you again for taking the time to chat with us and introducing us to this lovely little puppy.
Thanks for having us.
Make sure that you check out Nuzzles and Co. if you're looking to bring someone into your home forever, whether it's a dog, a cat, or an adorable pink pig. Make sure that you check out Nuzzles and Co. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we've got more of the show. New Year's means new routines, and especially if you have those little ones at home, there's a great show to help your little ones develop those routines, and that's CoComelon. And I've got Liliana Vasquez joining me, and she has been a force in the TV industry, but you are one who really likes CoComelon to help with your routines at home.
I do. I am a new mom. I'm a first-time mom. I have an 18-month-old, so we are deep in the CoComelon world, and I have loved it because it's not only a great way for him to learn numbers and sounds and colors, but it's also an amazing opportunity for us to teach and play as a family. We watch it together. We sing the songs in the car together, and I love the CoComelon community. And we just did an amazing study that found that 74% of parents think that establishing routines with their kids can feel like a battle. I am part of that 74%. So I'm so excited to share some of the insight that we found in this amazing study.
So let's talk about some of this insight, because the statistics behind the help and really the structure that CoComelon helps form are so prevalent and so there that it's really incredible to see these statistics.
It really is. When you think about this, 73% of parents think that their kids can actually learn good habits from characters on TV shows. And more than half of parents actually use songs and nursery rhymes as a tool to help children follow these really good routines. And thanks to CoComelon and anyone that's ever watched it, there is a song and an episode for every single routine, even the really hard ones like bedtime and bath time. And parents with kids who actually watch CoComelon are not only more likely to implement successful routines with their children, like brushing your teeth and bath time, but also follow more of them than those that don't watch CoComelon. So if you are a parent and you are struggling with any of these, if you start listening to these CoComelon songs, like Bath Song, which is a massive favorite among parents, I promise it makes things so much easier. And CoComelon parents agree with me. They think that bath is actually one of the easiest routines in their household versus parents that don't watch Bath Song or listen to Bath Song. They think that can actually be one of the more challenging routines. So starting routines with your children, teaching them the songs, teaching them the lyrics can really help set you up for success.
Now, there are a lot of shows out there like this that are structured to help kids kind of create those routines and learn. What do you think makes CoComelon stand out so much from the other ones?
Absolutely. Well, great question. I think for me, it's watching my child be able to learn what he's hearing and learn about what he's seeing. It's the colors, it's the tone, it's the inflection, it's the pacing of the show. I mean, I'm somebody that works in television. I know how important pacing is. And this show is really designed to help preschoolers learn. And that's what I love about it. So whether you're listening to the songs or reading the books, the characters are so engaging. They're made simple so that your children can really connect with them. And I think that's what makes CoComelon so different. And obviously the fact that it's about this opportunity to teach and play as a family and co-watch these shows together or co-learn through the books and reading, it's an amazing opportunity to build, quality time as a family. And I think that's what makes CoComelon so different.
Now, you've talked so much about your personal experience and how this has helped you. Now, what's the number one trick that CoComelon has really helped you and kind of that little routine that you guys have needed, except for the bath time one?
Great question. So brushing teeth. I have a toddler who does not like to brush his teeth. I took him to the dentist and she was like, "Mom, you got to work on it." So what did I do? I literally put on a CoComelon episode. This is the way we brush our teeth is the song that we sing over and over again. And I'm not saying that it has made my child love to brush his teeth, because he's difficult and he can have an opinion, but it has made it so much easier. Something about me singing the song takes his mind off of me literally brushing his teeth. And then the best is he's trying to sing it while I'm brushing his teeth, and it extends the routine. But I guarantee you, my child is going to go back and visit the dentist and she's going to be so impressed with the quality of his teeth, because we have made toothbrushing so much easier just by listening to This Is the Way.
I think that's so incredible, and what a great way to build core memories, not only for him as he grows into these routines that are probably going to stick with him with the songs and everything, but a great way for you to build those core memories to hold on to with your child as well.
Absolutely. Routines can be hard. And I know that at the end of the day, parents are tired, kids are tired. So we want to bring as much goodwill and positivity into these hard routines. And that's an easy thing to do, is to establish these routines with these awesome Cocomelon songs.
Now, if people are interested in getting involved in the Cocomelon community to help use it to build child routines at their home, what's the best way for them to find it?
Oh my gosh, my favorite way to connect with other parents is via Cocomelon's Instagram or TikTok. There is a community of parents and kids waiting there for you that are like-minded, with tons of hacks and tips for really establishing routines and just building better structure in your own family.
And now, if people are interested in streaming Cocomelon, where can they find it to stream it?
You can find it on YouTube.
Which makes it nice and convenient and easy, especially if you're always on the go, and that way you can put it on in the car if you need to.
Absolutely. You can find Cocomelon pretty much everywhere at this point.
Liliana, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us, and thank you for being so genuine and transparent through your parenting journeys. I know that there are some struggles when it comes to this, and so we just want to say that we see you and we appreciate all that you do.
Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
Make sure that if you have a child at home and you're looking to build those routines in a way where it's positive and fun, that you check out Cocomelon, because it's going to be one of those things that's definitely going to help you improve those bedtime routines, those bath time routines, or those brushing your teeth routines. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we've got more of the show, so stay tuned.
This resort report is brought to you by Sun and Ski Sports, your new mountain sports headquarters.
We want to thank you so much for tuning into your Sunday edition of Wasatch Weekends. We cannot believe that we are 19 days into March right now. I feel like I blinked and this entire ski season has just flown by. Now, we've seen some great days up there on the mountain, so we hope that you get out there and you enjoy them as well, and you partake in all of the fun that we have happening in and around our community, because there's always so many wonderful things happening out there for you to enjoy. And I love getting out and just seeing that sunshine a little bit. Now, we've got another little storm front moving through here in the next couple of days, but it's going to make that spring skiing 100 times better. I've been your host, Maddie Evans, and I will see you next weekend for your Friday, Saturday, and Sunday edition of Wasatch Weekends. Get out there and have a great Sunday, everyone.